Mr Speaker.
Member for Callide.
Mr Speaker, while the government focuses on shutting down coal-fired power stations in Queensland, pursuing their 50% renewable energy target by 2030, they are missing the bigger picture, that Queenslanders need jobs. The Callide Power Station at Biloela, a mere 20 minutes from my office, employs 260 workers, supplying 1,500 megawatts of baseload 24/7 power. 16% of the state's need, and this supports the local economy. Mr Speaker, how does the proposed Smoky Creek solar farm near Biloela, which proponents edify are now calling the Smoky Creek Power Station, stack up against these figures? Its installed capacity will only be 450 megawatts of intermittent, unreliable power, not even one-third of Callide's production. Do not forget that its deliverable capacity will be only in the range of 20% of its installed capacity, because when the sun doesn't shine, it doesn't work, Mr Speaker. At its completion, the projected employment will be just 5 people. The size of this proposal in comparison to its output is also astounding. We are talking about 36 square kilometres, nearly half the size of the Environment Minister's electorate of Gaven, or almost as large as the Treasurer's electorate of Woodridge. The development of this solar farm defies logic. Not only is it located in good agricultural grazing land, but there are no environmental impact statements applicable to its development, Mr Speaker. The local government can impose conditions on this development, but the damage will be done. Council's hands are tied by the Planning Act 2016, limiting their ability to restrict the development application and forcing them to impose conditions to mitigate the problems ahead. Has anyone considered the impact on the Great Barrier Reef with impending reef legislation? The Department of Environment thinks their guidelines will be adequate to manage these risks. While farmers bear the burden for increased record-keeping, permits and applications for environmentally relevant activities, the solar farm can avoid them entirely. Mr Speaker, this afternoon at Biloela, the Callide Power Station suffered a generator turbine failure which resulted in a power and caused the closing down of the entire plant. All of the staff were evacuated and everybody has been accounted for. There have been no injuries recorded. However, it has caused a catastrophic failure in the energy supply grid in Queensland, with many thousands of homes going without power. People have been stuck in elevators. There's been widespread traffic chaos with the result of traffic lights going out and so forth. The other problem is that power has spiked to $15,000 a megawatt hour in Queensland at 6 p.m. this afternoon, which reiterates the fact that we need baseload power.
Speaker.
Member for Redlands.
Deputy Speaker, our Redlands Labor family has lost a much-loved